this is a story that I've never actually told the full story. It's in 3 parts. I'll try to be somewhat brief. I've told like bits of the story, and when I do, I sometimes get a little bit emotional, or like the hairs stand up and stuff. Like, I can't tell you this is a true story. I know all I can tell you is that I'm not making this up. Like, this is how I remember this story. Part 1 is in high school. It's around Halloween. It's a weekend, and me and 3 of my friends take 3 girls out to a cemetery to play Ouija. So the Ouija board that we use is it was one that my grandfather used to play cards on in his easy chair, and it was from, I don't know, the early 1900s. It was actually carved, like it was a thick carved Ouija board. So we go out. It's nighttime. It's cold. It's dark. We're just hoping to scare girls, and we take my friend's van out, and we're playing Ouija board, and it's doing a bunch of stuff, and it's answering stupid questions that we're giving it, and all of a sudden, it goes to all 4 corners, and it just keeps going to all 4 corners, and then somebody asks it if someone's there, and it says yes, and then goes 1 of 3. RXR, and then it just stopped. And then we ask it again, is somebody there? And it goes, yes, 1 of 3, RXR, flee. So, sorry. So we freaked the fuck out. There's no more trying to scare people. We're just getting into the van and leaving. And we take off. We're driving back down the road towards town, and we go, there's these really steep railroad tracks that you have to slow down for. So we slow down, going over the railroad tracks, we blow a tire. So we get out to change the tire and figure out what's going on, and we found out that there was something in the track, and it hit a tire, blew a tire. While we're changing it, the girl I'm seeing, her name is Rachel, she starts to hyperventilate and she can't breathe. We get her calmed down, and she tells us that she noticed that the railroad track sign said RXR. Okay, so that's part 1. Part 2, I'm in college. I'm the RA of 2nd floor, Bailey Hall, and it's Christmas time. So there's nobody in the dorm, but we're allowed to stay because we're the RA. So I invite friends over to basically drink and smoke. And in my dorm room, my room was a little bit different. It had its own bathroom, but in the bathroom was a carbon monoxide monitor that was super sensitive. So, like, if you smoked in there at all, it would go off. But you could literally just like turn it this much, take it off the wall. So I would do that. I would take it off the wall and put it out in the hallway. So we're sitting there, or we're just hanging out, listening to music, and somebody says we should play Ouija board. So we get out the Ouija board. It's not really answering stuff. Like, nobody's moving it. Nobody's, like, we try, like, to move it a little bit so that it starts, and nothing's happening. And then it goes, it says, alarm, 1 of 3, alarm, 1 of 3. So we ask it, we said, is somebody there? It says yes, spells out Thad, which, hand to God, was my great-grandfather's name, who I never met. Spells out Thad, says alarm, 1 of 3. So we stopped playing it because I kind of freak out when it spelled out Thad. We stopped playing it, everybody leaves, and it dawned on me, that said alarm, I should put the alarm back in the bathroom. put the alarm back in the bathroom, woken up about 5 a.m., the carbon monoxide alarm was going off. So I called the fire department, they came, and there was a carbon monoxide leak in the apartment. So I had to stay at at a friend's house while they found and fixed the leak. That's part 2. Part 3, 4 years later, I'm living in Phoenix. We decide to play Ouija. It is on Halloween. We're having a party, and we decide to play Ouija board. So we're playing, and it says, again, it goes to the 4 corners, and it does the 1 of 3 thing again. It says 1 of 3, 1 of 3, asleep. 1 of 3, 1 of 3, sleep. I'm on the inside shitting myself because this is the 3rd time in 10 years that something like this has happened. But we get done playing, it's done, nothing happens. That night, I go to sleep, I'm sleeping next to my girlfriend at the time, and I have a dream that I have to scream, and I can't scream. I don't know, I know somebody was talking about like sleep thing, where you can't, yeah, so it was like that, like I remember I needed to scream and yell at somebody, but I couldn't. And I remember, like, you just push and finally you're making some noise. And my girlfriend woke me up at the time because I started screaming in bed. Woke me, startled me. I got up, I jumped out of bed. I've got a bad ankle. So I stepped weird on my ankle, sprained it. Had to call out sick to work. That next night at work, Sports Authority was robbed at gunpoint, and I wasn't there because I sprained my ankle because I had a bad dream the same night that we played Ouija.